Suck on that, Henry. Troll-ass mother humper.
Me and the drone behind me, we would like to say the Eagles are the real deal. After tonight, after the beating that they gave the Pittsburgh Steelers and Jalen Hurts going off, how could anybody doubt this team? Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, kick Dingbat here. Welcome to the Philly Celebration Room, better known as my garage, where we come out to celebrate every time the Eagles win, which is 10 straight weeks in a row. Now, we can't smoke in the house because if we do, the wife will double moonwalk my ass. And you'll find me in a gutter in my own blood and urine. So we have to come out here and we have to smoke a cigar. And truthfully, I want to be out here. I want to be out here on a nice, cool night like this with everything going on in the world because I got to figure out what's coming this way. Now, before we start this celebration, we are going to dedicate this stogie to a bunch of players. Listen, you could just say this team all around deserve a stogie tonight, but we're gonna narrow it down just a little bit. First and foremost, the guy I would like to dedicate this scar to, which I don't think anybody is going to see coming, but I want to dedicate it to Nick Sirianni. That's right, Nick Sirianni, because I said this was a statement game this week. This game, Nick Sirianni had to show that he could handle stuff in the locker room and things that happened the past week, which he could not do last year. And Nick showed us he could. He has grown as a head coach, and he's come a long way. Also, of course, Jalen Hurts. Jalen lights out Hurts. Hurtsadelphia. It hurts so good, mudumps, because Jalen Hurts went off today. He was absolutely fantastic. A.J. Brown, fantastic. DeVonta Smith, fantastic. Kenneth, the Professor Gainwell, a.k.a. his alter ego, Saquon Bainwell, showed up and showed out today. And of course, to the whole defense, because they were fantastic. I'm sure I'm missing names, but man, these guys were good tonight. This whole team, best win in the motor humping year. Now, with that said, I just want to light this bad boy up. I just want to light it up. And I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. It tastes so good. It tastes so good when it hits your lips. Do you know what I'm saying? It tastes that good. You see? Wow. That's fantastic. Fantastic. It's actually quite cold out here. I had to put a shirt underneath because it is a little bit cold. But the Eagles, what a game. What a game. Now, I mean, I'm not overstating when I say what a game. I'm not overstating that. This was by far, I'm going to lower this a little bit. This was by far the best game the Eagles had all year. The most complete 4 quarters game the team had all year. And what they proved to me tonight is this. This team could win the Super Bowl. This team, if they play the way they played today, will not lose to anybody. They will beat everybody. Okay? Nobody can beat them when they play like this. I mean it. And there's even room for improvement. But nobody can beat them when they play like this. They were fantastic. They really were. And give Pittsburgh, shout out to the Steelers. I give them a lot of credit. That's a real team with a real coach, with a real defense. And they came out, and it was a heavyweight battle, man. This was a heavyweight battle. This wasn't like those 1 o'clock games with them stinky teams. You could see the level of competition in this game. These teams are on another level. And the Eagles, I mean, by all accounts, they shut down the Pittsburgh Steelers. They dominated them, in my opinion. They did. This game could have been 28-0 easy. 2 possessions for the Steelers in the second half. That's it. Talk about dominance. My God, man. It was unbelievable. Now, I'll say this. Last week was so frustrating with all the bullcrap of Hurts and A.J. Brown and then Brandon Graham. I actually think Brandon Graham did the team a favor, okay? Because when you're winning and on a win streak, you tend to want to ignore the things that maybe aren't going so well because you don't want to ruin anything. You're winning. You just keep it going. And I think with Brandon Graham doing what he did forced the Eagles to address things in their passing game that had to improve. And they did it while they're winning. And they did exactly that today. And Jalen Hurts, anybody that wants to say, he's not a good enough quarterback, he's not a good enough passer, he can't win this, he can't do that, he's this and that. I'm sorry, I disagree. And I honestly think the case is closed. Jalen Hurts is the perfect quarterback for the team we have. Jalen Hurts is good enough quarterback to win in this league a Super Bowl. He was good enough when they played in the last Super Bowl. He showed again that he is good enough. He can go up against any defense, no matter how good they are, and he can play. And he's a good passer. He's not Allen. He's not Mahomes. He doesn't have to be. He's good enough to win Super Bowls. And that's what it's about, winning Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts was fantastic tonight. His best game, probably since that Buffalo game last year, and I would say from that point, maybe the Super Bowl. But I thought Jalen Hurts was fantastic. And look, you're going to get this with Jalen Hurts in the playoffs when it matters the most because he's a winner. Like I said all along, he's a winner. And I hope he proved a lot of people wrong tonight. I hope he... I hope he gets a break from some of the haters. And I know he won't. The next time he doesn't throw to the open guy that they thought he should throw to, we're going to hear it. But Jalen Hurts was fantastic tonight. Sorry. It's to me, it's over. The argument, it's not even worth having. And really, it never was. What a game. What a game. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm like, I wanted to get out of here as soon as possible. Because I'm like, with this whole drone thing going on in Jersey, I'm like an investigative reporter. Like, I'm fully committed to this thing. I'm in deep with this whole thing going on. I got my big screen TV. I got my iPad, I got my other computer, I got my other iPad, I got another TV, and I got them all with different Jersey webcams. And then I got police scanners up. I'm following this thing like crazy. And all this drone stuff, it's insane. It's nuts. If I lived in Jersey right now, let me tell you, we'd be doing streams at night outside with this stuff, man. It's crazy, but I think this is only the beginning. I think this whole thing's going to get crazier. Is it a psyop? Hell yeah, it's a psyop, but I don't know what's coming. I feel like this is just the start of something. I expect these things to start showing up, and they already are, everywhere throughout the country and the world. I expect at one point or the other for all of us to see this. I'm just waiting in my skies for it to happen. Right now, I don't see anything. I did see something earlier. I don't know what that was. I didn't see any red or green lights, so who knows? But right now, it's clear. We ain't got nothing. But I'm paying attention. I'm fully committed to this thing. Ah, what a game. You know, a lot of people, they don't like when you talk about like things that are potentially negative going on. Like they think it's bad luck, bad juju, whatever. But I have to talk about it. I have to talk about things. And I had to talk about the whole A.J. Brown Hurts situation last week. And really because when Brandon Graham did what he did, it kind of forced us to. But my concern really lied in the Eagles and how they would react to the whole thing. Like, I didn't think Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown weren't friends anymore or anything like that. I didn't buy all that. But I did wonder, would Nick Sirianni and would this Eagles team, would they handle all this controversy and nonsense better than they did a year ago? Because a year ago you were 10-1, and all this kind of stuff started, and it got worse and worse every week. It snowballed upon itself every week, and I wanted to see how they came out and reacted to it. And they came out and they reacted, and they were ready to play, ready to fight. They were not ready. And all I could think about was the 49ers game a year ago, where they didn't have any fight. They didn't want to go toe-to-toe for the Niners. They didn't want to stick up for the players. And then you fast forward tonight, and the Eagles get in a fight with the Steelers, and Quinyon Mitchell sticking up for Darius Slay. What a difference! What a difference! That's a team. And when I saw Mitchell and the Eagles fighting, that defense fighting, I knew right there, this team is different. This team is fighting. All the crap that happened last year will not happen again. What is that? That looks like a plane. Can you guys see blinking? There's blinking light on that. It's a plane. I think it's a plane. It might be a helicopter. It could be. It sounds like a helicopter. It doesn't have the plane sound. But my boy Jalen Hurts and his Eagles team came out fight. When they came out and fought, I just could not stop thinking about the San Francisco game and how they came dressed in black for our funeral, and they were messing around with Bradbury, and we weren't sticking up. It's not the same team. Totally different. And at that point, I said, man, Nick Sirianni has learned his lesson from last year. He knows how to deal with stuff now and nip it in the butt. These little issues are not going to snowball against us anymore. And at that point, the whole thing's dead. And the team just had to go out and play football. And did they ever? This is the best defense in the National Football League. Who's better? I mean, this defense just shuts you down. Pittsburgh couldn't do anything in that first, quarter and a half. Towards the end of the second quarter, there was a couple bad penalties, whether you think they were right or justified or not. They were called, and it really helped Pittsburgh. But, I mean, the Eagles dominated them. They had 2 turnovers with the Hurts fumble and then the Cooper DeJean fumble on the punt. And Pittsburgh came away with, 3 points? Nothing. Defense shut them down. This is the best defense in the National Football League. And you see, this is why they can beat Detroit. Detroit, they lost to Buffalo, which means that we got a chance at the number 1 seed. We need to win out, and we need Detroit and Minnesota to both lose one more game. That happens, the Eagles are the number 1 seed. And I think it's going to happen. I actually think it's going to happen. And the thing is when you look at that Buffalo game with Detroit, where they lost, I mean, it was 48-42, something like that. I mean, there's no defense being played. Detroit's struggling against teams with no defense. The Eagles have a defense. The Eagles can stop you. They can't stop the Eagles. I don't think Detroit Lions could stop a nosebleed right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So Philly, the win tonight, Saquon Gainwell, and the defense. We making babies tonight. We making babies. And baby, this body was made to give you pleasure. And it sounds even more sexy because I basically blew out my voice in this game. So now it's all gravelly and stuff. And it's like my wife hears that. She's like, I'm like, let's roll. What a game. That best game of the year. You want to be playing your best football at the end of the year. Not September, not October. You want to be playing now. And the Eagles are playing their best football. And you look at our remaining schedule. We got Washington next week. That's a tough game, I guess, because they always play us tough. Then you got Dallas and the Giants. Eagles should win out. Detroit, they've got to play at Chicago, then they got to play at San Francisco, then they got to play at home versus Minnesota. I think they lose one game there. I do. Somebody's going to beat them. And then you look at Minnesota, they got Chicago tomorrow, which I'll be streaming. Then they have, and I don't know which order it is, but then they have Chicago tomorrow. They have Green Bay yet to play. They have to go to Seattle, and they have to play Detroit. They're going to lose at least one more game. Eagles are getting the first seed. You give the Eagles the number 1 seed, and you get a dome team, a speed, very fast offense like Detroit coming into that cold weather city outside. They're going to be slowing up just a little bit. It's going to be enough for the Eagles to double moonwalk that ass. White Reaper. Yeah. Yeah. We built for this. We built for this. I'm built for this. I'm built for sitting on my ass yelling at the TV watching my Eagles. I'm built for it. And so are you. We need to go get a Super Bowl. You know? And shout out to all the people in my chat. Shout out to all you guys that are there, that are with me. We continue to put up humongous numbers, and they're shadow banned, and they're suppressed, and they're throttled. But we keep fighting. We keep showing up. We keep winning games. And shout out to you guys, because we ain't going to let YouTube, we ain't going to let them all get us down. We know what we do. We know what we are. And I shout out to you guys showing me support, being with me in these games. It's a war. It's a war when we start those streams. We're going to war. For 3 hours, we got to get our Eagles a win. And we're in battle. And we're in battle together. And we come out of the trenches winners again. Damn straight. My skies are quiet. You know, I see all these drones. I don't know what the hell they are. I mean, I know they're drones, but I know they're drones, and I know some of it is not drones. I'm not saying it's aliens or something like that. I think it's advanced American military technology that we don't know. And I think it's compartmentalized, and other parts of the government, they don't know what it is either, because they don't have clearance or whatever to that kind of technology. So they send their drones that are flashing with the red and green to go see the other stuff and what these other things are, and they can't keep up. I saw one regular drone with the flashing lights going up against this like orange looking orb, and it was like kind of just flying around it, like trying to get a view of what it was. And all of a sudden you see this thing do something, and the battery, everything just dies in that one drone, and it just falls. Crazy stuff. Crazy. And then you hear about them going and flying into the ocean and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's whatever it is, it's for a something that's gigantic, a big reason. It's going to be paradigm shifting, and we'll see. Project Blue? Yep, maybe. I can't say the whole thing. I don't want to get censored. And why do I know that word will censor me? Because I have videos I did on it that got taken off. Man. And Saquon Barkley, man, he only had, 65 yards? And I guess you could say 65 yards, they shut him down. Although many running backs would love to have that against Pittsburgh. Barkley, he didn't have 200 yards, 180 yards. And you know what? The Eagles beat him with Jalen Hurts' arm. The Eagles showed you tonight. And what I think they showed you is that this team can go out and they can literally beat you through the run game. They can beat you through the pass game. They can beat you through good defense. Whatever the Eagles need to do, they'll find your weakness, and they're going to expose it and come after you. And that's what they did. The reason why Hurts hasn't won more games with his arm this year, everybody just assumes it's because he can't throw or he can't do it. I don't think that's the case. I think the case is he hasn't had to. He hasn't had to. When your running back's averaging like 7 yards a carry, why are you gonna keep throwing it? And this was the game where Hurts had to beat him with the arm, and he did it. And they showed you they could. Look at Devonta Smith, 12 catches or 11 catches, right? A.J. Brown, 10 catches, 11 catches, whatever it was. I don't know exact stats for either, but I know it was up there. Absolute studs, dude. This is a dangerous mother humping team. And you know how you know? You know how you know? I'll give you 2 reasons. Go put on Mark Holmes' live stream during that game. The guy looks so depressed. He's just like, dude. He's depressed. And then you put on the post game for Jacob Media with SILZ and Xander, and you just listen to the first 5 minutes of Big SILZ getting all butthurt over Jalen Hurts. He knows. They know they messed up. Hurts is the real deal. Hurts is the real deal. Okay? He doesn't have to be Patrick Mahomes. He only has to be Jalen Hurts. And that's enough. That's enough to win Super Bowls for us. The Eagles have the best defense in the league. They're going to have the best defense going into the playoffs. They're not a team that you want to play. But I will say this. I think that with all the injuries today, Barkley, he said he got injured, but he's okay. He'll be fine. A.J. Brown, he got hurt. How do they not call that a penalty? Isn't that, what was that, like the drop tackle? Isn't that exactly what they said they were going to start calling this year? And then you do it, and then what? You do it, and you don't call anything. And listen, it's not like the referee was on the other side of the field. The guy was 3 feet in front. He was watching a play 3 feet in front of him. How could he not call that? Were these the same refs that were in the Rams game? That's what I want to know. I can't believe they didn't call that a penalty. Really, but you look at all those injuries and those little bang-ups that we have, and we had a bye really early. We could use a bye week. We could really use that bye week. So now we have a real shot to get it. We have a legitimate shot to get it. We just got to go out and do it. And let me say this real quick. If we do have home field advantage, to me, I don't think Detroit comes in and beats us. I know Minnesota doesn't come in and beat us. Really, I would consider Green Bay a bigger threat outside in January than those other teams. I mean it. Detroit's just, they're too banged up on defense. And, going to an outdoor stadium, no, I think Green Bay would be the best team, the team best equipped to go out and play in that situation. They would still lose, but that's how I feel. Can you believe next week is the last game before Christmas holiday? That's crazy. Time is going so quick. It's really crazy. Now, I watched a couple of Christmas shows, new ones. I watched what's called Red One, which with The Rock is it's like basically he's like the Secret Service protecting Santa. I thought it was, it was a Christmas movie. It's entertaining. It was like, it is what it is. And then there was one called, and this was a really good one. Like if you're looking for a good Christmas movie that's funny, but very family oriented, you don't have to worry about stuff for your kids, and you want something that maybe focuses on the real meaning of Christmas, I thought this was a very good movie. It was called, I think, the greatest Christmas pageant ever, something like that. It was pretty good. It was good. It was it had a lot of religious, it's kind of religious, which was fine with me. I'm religious myself, so I don't mind it, but I thought it was pretty good. So we got 2 good new Christmas shows this year. Now, nothing beats A Christmas Story or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or Die Hard, but it was good. I wonder, and I don't know, but I wonder if they're going to try to make a big deal out of the whole sideline blow up with Nick Sirianni in Jalen Carter. Now, Carter made a stupid play where he took a stupid penalty. I mean, we all know it was stupid, okay? But then they showed the sideline, and the defensive line coach is like holding Nick Sirianni back while he's trying to yell at Jalen Carter, and Carter's kind of laughing. Like, I don't know what was going on there. I mean, look, Nick Sirianni's the head coach. He could go off his player if he needs to go off his player. I get it. I don't know if that was going on. It almost looked like it was like maybe he had been doing it for a while and it was becoming too much. I don't know. But let's see if they try to make a big deal out of it. I hope they don't, but Jalen Carter's got to learn. You can't do that, because if that was done before the punt, they would have had the first down in the ball at like our 30. Can't do it. So he's got to learn from that. How good is TJ Watt? I mean, let me tell you, we've seen a lot of really premier pass rushers and edge guys go up against Lane Johnson and get shut down. I mean, Parsons, he goes up against Lane, Lane shuts him down. Bosa, he goes against him, he gets shut down. A lot of guys, they get shut down by Lane Johnson. TJ Watt gave Lane fits that game, and I hope he's okay. If the Eagles had a guy like TJ Watt with this defense, this would be a defense capable of being one of the best defenses you've seen in 20 years. And they still might come to that. Shout out to Nolan Smith. He's developing into a really good pass rusher himself. I got to say, I think Nolan Smith is getting better and better. You still need another guy, but he's picked up the slack for Brandon Graham not being there, and it was huge. He was great today, no doubt. Our linebackers, Nakobe Dean, probably this might have been Nakobe Dean's best game. He was all over the place. Him and Baum, stud linebackers, got to keep on. Nakobe Dean, man, it's great seeing him healthy and developing. He's a stud. Can you see that? Let me see. Do you see that? What the hell is that? I guess that's a plane, but that's got only white light, no red light. Could that be a drone? Could they have reached me? I'm waiting for them to show up. One day I'm going to be streaming, and you're going to see like 40 of these mother humpers all up here. Here comes something else. That's a plane. That's a plate. That's definitely a plate. Shout out Kenneth Gainwell. I thought Kenneth Gainwell might have had his best game that I've seen. Seriously, in all seriousness. What was that? Is that thing turning? We got two lights in the sky. See, I've been watching the webcams off, and like, you know, it'd be like at the beach and stuff down the shore in Jersey. Like you see some of these things start coming off of the shore. It's crazy. That's a plane. Crazy times we're in. Crazy times. What's going on? That's the question. It's going to be like right before the Super Bowl. The Eagles are going to be like, the Eagles only need to down it 2 times, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. Unprecedented victory as Saquon Barkley piled up 302 yards rushing. Super Bowl record. The Eagles 58. The Kansas City Chiefs 13. Hurts goes a kneel, and he takes a kneel one more time, and it's over. Hurts lines back up, one more kneel, and it's over. What's that in the sky? Oh my God, it's a giant mothership UFO. And it's gonna go out, and the whole thing is gonna get blown up. The whole world's gonna blow up, and before we get to celebrate Super Bowl, ET's coming. It's gonna happen. That would be our luck. It blows up, and who's in the UFO? It's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is probably legit reptilian. What a game. What a game. The defense dominated, man. The defense dominated. I mean, it was like, look, it's just the best game they played all year. And it was good to see Jake Elliott going. Like, I feel like I have to sit here and just congratulate all these guys on a great performance. It was just the best team win they had all year. Now you just got to finish it, man. Go take care of Washington this week. Clinch the division and a number 2 seed. And then sit there and then hopefully catch Detroit or Minnesota and get that 1 seed. Oh, sorry. It was quiet. I thought about getting my kids the PS Pro, but what was it, like $700? I don't want to play these games with these mid-generation console bumps. You know, I don't want the Pro, the in between. I want like PS5, PS6, PS7, not PS5, PS5 Pro, PS6, PS6 Pro. I don't want to play that game. I don't. So I'm probably gonna, unless something comes out that I'm like, oh, I have that. I'm definitely skipping the PS Pro. I'm keeping my PS5, and I'll worry about the PS6 when it comes out. I won't even up my phone right now. What's the point? I mean, my phone, my battery sucks now. The memory goes really quick. You can tell I need to upgrade. I have a iPhone 13. We're at 16. I'm like, I ain't getting it. I ain't up doing it. You got to give me something more before I upgrade. Waste my time with that crap. You know? I'd rather be buying lotions and massage oils and nice things for my wife to wear in bed. Like, I'd rather be ready for matrimonial duties and put my energy and money into that than sitting there buying phones and stuff and being a nerd. Oh, let me calculate. Oh, let me take this. Oh, I'm going to send an emoji. Shut up. I won't let my kids on like Twitter. They're not even allowed, and they won't be allowed for a long time. Cooper DeG fumbled that ball, got it back. I thought he was fantastic after that. You know, he was great. Nah, the Eagles won, and it was the best game of the year. It just was. It was the best game of the year. I'm enjoying my stogie, and now we just got to finish it. But if there's anybody I missed, shout out Jake Elliott. I talked Gainwell, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, all these guys, man. Even Cooper DeG. He fumbles the punt, he goes and makes another great punt return. Best game, most complete game Eagles played. This team proved to me today, this game, that they're Super Bowl contenders. They can beat anybody. They can when they play up to their standards. And I think they're going to be the toughest, most scariest team to play this year. No question about it. No doubt in my mind. And that's the truth. So we'll see. Should be interesting. I'm going to finish my stogie. And I might see you guys tomorrow for the Monday night game versus Vikings and the Bears. So with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision, baby. World just living in it.
No. Yeah, dude,
We get a weapon! Yes! Oh shit! This is the greatest night of my life! Oh, you're still here? I thought you left. I thought you went to bed. I thought you went to go check out, see what the drones are doing. I'm just finishing my cigar, smoking, checking out the night sky. Nothing here yet. The drones, they'll be here, I'm sure, but they're not here yet. They're everywhere else, you know? and a lot of interesting theories about what they can be. And I don't think I could get censored or shadow banned for talking about this whole drone situation. I don't think so. But who knows? I mean, we got throttle. We're getting. You should see the shadow ban throttling we got today. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I get so frustrated because it's just like I just want to be treated fair. But I don't know. I think it's crazy times. That's for sure. Now, when you look at this whole situation, right? There's a lot of different things it could be. I do not believe it's aliens from another planet. I do not think it's that. Me personally, I know there's a lot of talk about it being, people say, it's from Iran. It ain't Iran. It ain't Russia. It ain't China. That's all a bunch of crap. It ain't them. They're just trying to say that so we all buy into some sort of war. It ain't that. Now they're saying it possibly could be the drones looking for like radiation or some sort of dirty bomb that was smuggled in or something weird like that. I don't know. I guess that's a possibility. My only issue with that is if that was the case, then where's the cover story? Okay? Usually in those situations, they come out with a cover story to tell you, well, no, these are our stuff and this is ours and we're doing drills or we're doing exercises, so please leave the stuff alone. And then that's all she wrote. Nobody's really going to bother. But they're not saying that. What I think, one of my possibilities is that, what is that? You see that? That's blinking. It's a plane. One of the possibilities I think is it's our military, advanced technology in our military, probably very, very top secret, like the highest, way past top secret, where it's, not everybody knows about it. So this thing starts going around and it's going around to around the bases and stuff like that. Other military and branches that government that may not know what's going on are sending the drones to go look at it. And so they're sending the drones, but they can't say, they can't come out, those who know that it's this high top secret stuff. And so you got these drones that look like just regular drones. Then you got this other stuff that is doing things that drones don't do, which we know is happening. And that's what it probably is, but they can't say it. That's what I'm thinking it can. Like I said, I saw one of these things like shut down a drone that was investigating it, and it just fell. But that's just a theory. I mean, who the hell knows? What I do know, what I do think is something big is about to happen, something major. It also could be to have a state of emergency that would therefore possibly freeze certain people from taking power in office. That's just another theory, not mine, but I've heard it. But I think somehow the military with their advanced technology is doing drills. Maybe they want to see how we'll react, and then other branches of government are sending up the drones to investigate this thing that they don't know what it is, but these things are so advanced they can't keep up with it, and they don't want to come out and say, we don't know what this is. And that's the other thing. If they don't know what it is, okay, then they're sending these drones up to look and investigate it, and they're saying to themselves, we don't know what this is, but we can't tell everybody we don't know what it is, and we can't stop it from doing what it's doing, and that we can't control the situation, because then people will get even more scared than they already are. Either way, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I know that it's crazy stuff, and I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be up there tonight watching all my monitors and seeing what's going on, because I think this is going to keep spreading, get more frequent, and I think something big is coming. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is, but that's how I feel. So who knows? It's going to be interesting. But if you're still here, put a eagle sign in the chat, so I know that, man, you guys still watch this for this long. So I know, hey, okay, they like it. Otherwise, I'll know, hey, they don't like it. Stop doing it. But anyways, with that said, I'm going to finish this mother humper. Denzel Washington, out. That's all, folks. The brother screwed us.